So today I'm going to show you guys how to build a beacon beam that changes color either automatically or manually depending on your build. So I have this set up this direction or this height, but it's up to you as to which of the building blocks you want to use on the right. Diamond, iron, gold, emerald. And then you're going to need an even number of stained glass blocks. Then you're going to need a repeater, comparator, command block, hopper, redstone torch, search button, or a button of some kind. And then your redstone dust. Excuse me. So once you have all of these blocks in your inventory, then you can start building. And once you have your 3x3 blocks underneath your beacon, or whatever height you want your pyramid underneath the beacon to be, then what you're going to start doing is you're going to go to your hoppers and you're going to start building. In my case, since I have 8 stained glass blocks, I'm going to need 8 hoppers. And since I'm going to place them around this beacon, I'm going to place them counterclockwise. So it'll look like this. It'll look like that. Oh. So they'll end up going to the right around the beacon. And so then you're going to end up placing redstone dust on all the hoppers. So now that you've got redstone dust on all 8 hoppers, I have the command blocks here already to make it easier on everybody, so they don't have to listen to me type everything out and read everything. And since I have these colors specifically, you're going to want to put them in each of these command blocks. So, you're gonna, well, let's put down the comparators first. On one of the corners, you put 1, 2, and then 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, and 1. Like that. So yeah, is now that you have all your comparators, at the end of each row or column, whatever, you're going to place your command blocks. So 1, 1, in this kind of position, right? So then once you place each of your command blocks, then you're going to, after remembering where your coordinates are for your stained glass block to sit on top of the beacon, you're going to then open it up and then type in your coordinates after hitting or typing set block. So set block, your coordinates, and then whatever stained glass you want behind that. In this case, red. And then orange, yellow, lime, light blue, blue, purple, and then pink. To make that easier on everybody, I'm going to do it slowly. Red stained glass, orange stained glass, yellow stained glass, so on and so forth. Lime, light blue. And so you're going to end up wanting underscore stained glass on all of these after a color. And so once you have that on the end of your comparators, you're most of the way there. Now, what you want to do now is, if you want the color changing stained glass on top to be manual, you're going to want to build a, excuse me, you're going to want to build a out one, up one, out one, up one redstone torch. Place another block on top of that block you put, and then come in one, and then remove that one, and then place your redstone torch. So it will look like this. I'm placing it close by so it'll be easier for everybody. So now what you want to do is, for it to be automatic, you'll want to take whatever block and come to the right or left depending on where you placed your torch. And in this case, it'll be on the right, because all my command blocks, all my command blocks are on the left. So now you're gonna need 1, 2, 3 blocks out, or in this case 4 blocks for me because I have only 8 stained glass blocks. Then you're gonna need to go to your redstone repeater, go 1, 2, 3 out, and then you go back 4 this way, and then go back to your repeater and go 1, 2, 3 that way. So now what you'll end up having is something that does the, hold on, excuse me, sorry. And then you're gonna put inside one of these hoppers a block of some sort, whatever you want to throw in there. So in this case, I'm going to throw in a command block. So then it'll end up looking like this. And so you'll end up delaying it, of course, by 1, so it'll change automatically, slowly. And depending on what delay you have for your repeaters, it'll change depending on the speed of what you want or what you set this to. Now, if you want it to be done manually, take off one of these repeaters. Let's say you didn't want this one. So remove that, and it's these are permanently on, and then you've got this button here to flip it. And then now it'll be a different color. And then flip it again. So it'll change manually, or you can do it automatically like this. But then you'll need a delay on it. Using a lever will not be easily doable with this. But it's up to you guys as to whether or not you want to use automatically or manually with the button. Anyway, go out and build this and tell me what you think about this in the comments below. And happy building. Hope this was a good tutorial and you can follow it easily. I'm not great at making tutorials, I'm sorry. But here is what it looks like from the top-down view. Let's do top-down view. There, top-down view, it looks like that. It'll be sort of spirally looking. Anyway, good luck. Pause, yeah.